pentatonic scale stands at the genesis of all things musical, and what's more, it's pretty simple to use. By learning a few easy 5-note scales, you can play decent sounding riffs, leads and solos that should work over most common progressions. So in this video, we're going to look at how to build a pentatonic scale and demonstrate how to use it in a musical context. Starting at C3, play just the white notes moving upwards on your MIDI keyboard. This produces a basic C major scale, which contains the 7 notes shown here: C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, and it's thus referred to as heptatonic. We can also give each note a number, with 1 as the root note of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. To make the scale pentatonic, we need to remove the 4th F note and the 7th B note, leaving C, D, E, G, and A. If we represent this pattern with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, this sequence can now be applied to any other major scale to produce a major pentatonic scale. To get a minor pentatonic, start by examining the natural C minor scale, which again contains 7 notes: C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, and B flat. The minor pentatonic is a 5-note version of that, but this time we need to remove the 2nd D note and the 6th note, the A flat, leaving just C, E flat, F, G, and B flat. We can represent this pattern with the numbers 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7. The relationship between a pentatonic major scale and its relative minor is just the same as with any normal scale. If you count up the notes of a normal major scale, starting with a root as 1, the 6th note that you hit will be the root of the relative minor scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For example, the 6th note of the C major scale is A, making A minor the relative minor of C major. What's interesting about this is that because of this relationship, any major pentatonic scale and its relative minor equivalent will contain identical notes. So C major pentatonic, C, D, E, G, A, and A minor pentatonic, A, C, D, E, G, contain the exact same notes. The scales just start in different places. Similarly, if you take the notes in, say, the E flat major pentatonic, E flat, F, G, B flat, and C, but start the scale on the C note, which is the relative minor of E flat, a C minor pentatonic is formed. C, E flat, F, G, and B flat. As you play, the major and relative minor scales seem to merge seamlessly together, yet you're only playing 5 notes. Now that we've worked out how to construct the scale, let's try it in a musical context, playing the same notes over different feels in different keys. Here we have a backing track with a major chord progression based on C major. It takes the form 1 major, 4 major, 2 minor, 5 major, giving us C, F, D minor, and G. Mute out the chords in the bass part for now, and just leave the drums. Using a suitable sound, we're using Synthmaster CM's LED 80s Rock Saw MK preset. Record a C major pentatonic lead melody over the drum track. You can play anything you like, using only the notes C, D, E, G and A. Here's our version. With the melody done, we bring the bass and the piano chords back in to find that the backing track and our new lead line work perfectly together. We've remixed Amazing Grace. It sounds a bit happy though. What if we wanted to give it a cooler, more minor feel? Now we bring in a minor chord progression shown in blue, based on A minor, which is the relative minor to C major. We play 1 minor, 4 major, 6 major, 4 minor, 7 major, and this gives us A minor, D, F, D minor, and G. Drag a copy of the new melody part that we've just recorded to play over this section. The minor progression is not only in a different key, it uses a completely different chord structure, and yet the exact same melody works over these chords too. So why does this work? By a happy coincidence, the pentatonic, without having to worry about troublesome 4th and 7th notes, includes all the notes that fit into the patterns of both the natural major and relative minor scales, and that includes progressions that are based on those scales, which most Western progressions are. To finish up, import the MIDI files pentatonic01.mid and pentatonic02.mid, and experiment with placing either one over either of the major or minor progressions. Once you've checked those out, why not move the progression so they play one after the other, loop them like this, and wail away in C major pentatonic for a while. Happy soloing!